Alright, so it's time to talk a little bit about potential starters for this league. Since we are getting a new league on PV1, I wanted to give my top 3 picks for what I'm gonna be playing, I think. Currently, I'm not fully set on which one I'm gonna play yet, but this is the 3 that I found that I feel like look the most interesting and look the most crazy. And then I'm also gonna put 2 other builds in here that are just more beginner friendly, because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of new people coming over and just trying it out. And for that reason, I wanted to kind of add 2 builds that aren't necessarily super hard to get into and understand, and then have the 3 builds that I'm going to be picking between. They are a little bit more advanced, I would say, so you probably don't want to be like a fully new player playing these 3 builds. You could, of course, but I would probably go with one of the 2 beginner friendly ones if you're like fully new and it's your first time playing the game. But yeah, so my first pick is gonna be this build from Jung, which is looking super sick. It's a rolling magma build. It looks absolutely insane. I don't know if my PC will be able to handle this, which is why I'm kind of like concerned to play this as a character for League Start. I might do it. It looks absolutely amazing. Let's check out what
So
it
there's
looks
a lot
like.
of builds that you can play this patch, but I think one of the most exciting ones is definitely this, right? Because we have the new Ascendancy node off Rolling Magma. Or, sorry, we have the new Ascendancy node off...
That looks absolutely insane. There is so many projectiles, they're going every fucking direction, and it's just pumping the entire screen with damage, which is kind of cool. I like the idea of this. It looks absolutely insane. And I might... I'm not 100% convinced I'll league start this, but I might just build this like once we're in the league a little bit and I got some currency going and whatnot. I think I might do this just to see if I can actually do it or not. But still, this looks absolutely phenomenal. Massive shout out to Jung. I'm of course leaving the links for this video in the description, so you guys can go check it out if you want to try this out. And yeah, have fun with this if you're playing it. Next up, we got a Palesterons build here, which is absolutely also looking amazing. I think that this might be the one that I'll personally start, just because of it has a little bit more simplicity to it. It's not. I think Young's build is a little bit harder to understand everything that goes into it. This seemed very easy to understand, and the damage seems really good for low gear.
That the skill is a lot
We
more
look
legit
at it
than
right
I thought.
here. This
so
is what it looks
actually
like.
has quite a bit of AoE. Let's see if we can see like a pack. Yeah, like this right here. And this is not even Vol Smite. Vol Smite hits like basically the whole screen. But yeah, this will be most of your gameplay. Obviously, the damage is completely...
So that to me looks very cool. I am very interested in trying this out. I think I will start this. This is the plan for right now. I'm definitely still up for choosing something else, but as of this moment, this is currently my number one, not my number one pick, but the pick that I think I'll go with. I think the number 1 is still Young's, but this definitely looks super cool. I haven't played a whole ton of melee and stuff, so this does seem like something I should try out. And yeah, I'll of course leave a link to his video here, and I'll also leave a link to a different video that goes more in depth on this build itself, which I think personally for me is like my kind of build. This one it's a little less hard to get around, and I think I'll be trying this out for now. All right, so last but not least for my top 3 picks, this is gonna be my 3rd one. This is from Fubgun. It's the Volcanic Fissure of Shaking. It looks absolutely insane too. Super cool looking build. It looks like it does a ton of damage, and it looks like it has a fairly fast clear speed on top of it. So I'm very interested in this one. It looks amazing. Let's check it out real quick.
Feels so nice, the Nimmy's playstyle. You still want to aim anywhere?
Yeah, so this just looks phenomenal. It looks like it does a ton of damage. It has great clear speed. It has everything that I would want. And I'm very close to picking this one as well. So it's currently between the Smite and this one, because I think those two will be the easiest and won't kill off my PC completely. I am afraid of that rolling Magma build. Maybe it's too much for my PC to handle. So for that reason, I'm currently stuck between these two. I'm not entirely sure which way I'm gonna go yet, but it's gonna probably be either this or the Smite from Palesteron. So yeah, I'll definitely leave a link for this video in case you guys want to check it out. Go show him some love because this is phenomenal. Now let's get into the beginner-friendly build, and of course we can't talk about beginner-friendly builds without talking about Pohx, because Pohx's Righteous Fire Chieftain is just... I've played this myself in a previous league in the Crubbleless, and this was phenomenal. It's such an easy build to make. It's very simple on how it works. It's very easy to do because of all the information Pohx has put out there. He has a dedicated website to it. He has every piece of information you would ever want on here. So it's super easy to figure out. And we can check out what it looks like real quick.
Now, there's a lot to get into, and I haven't made one of these videos in about a year, so I might be a little rusty, so I do apologize. So first off,
so basically, a no-button build, you're just running around, everything dies around you, and it's super, super simple to understand. It doesn't take a bunch of buttons you have to constantly press and everything. It's very, very simple, and it just looks amazing. It's easy to gear up, and it's easy to get going, and once you're going, it's just, for mapping, it's phenomenal. I love this build. And I made my own Chieftain Righteous Fire. I made it all the way to level 100 really easily. It took me like 2.5 days of playtime. So very, very tanky, very, very good build in general. I think I had like 50 death or something like that getting to level 100, which is for my personal playstyle, it's not that bad, honestly. It's pretty fair. To compare this to another build that I got to level 100, which I had a lot harder time with, was Lightning Arrow, just because it was very squishy. So you had a lot of, you got one-shotted a lot, and for that reason I died like 1,000 times or some shit like that. It was crazy how much I died on that build before I hit level 100. But this build is just phenomenal, and since there's no Ice Nova Frostbolts with the cut, I would have put that as the #1 build if that was still a thing, but they sadly nerfed that, so we're not going to be able to play that, and that would have been my personal league starter for sure. But this is another one that's just, for if you're new to the game, this is a really good way to go, because all the information already exists. Everything you would want to know is there. And it's all explained in a way that's very simple and very easy to understand. So yeah, this is big shout out to Pohx, and I'm of course leaving a link to his video, and you guys should check it out, because this dude is when it comes to this build, he's just a fucking brilliant man. And yeah, not much else to say about this. Let's check out the last one. So for the last one, this is Zizarans Bleed Earthquake Gladiator. And to me, this looks very simple as well, very easy to get into, not too many moving parts like to understand here. It's fairly simple, and it just looks very enjoyable. We can check it out real quick to see what it looks like. It just has pretty much everything I would say that you would want from a build. It has decent damage,
Sai,
as you
who
can
helps with
see.
builds, did all the Ubers on this build last season, so it is really good, and it's just been further min-maxed a little bit this season. Very clean, very tanky starter.
That's a fairly good summarizing of this build, and I don't want to add too much more to it. If you're new to the game, definitely check out this. I would probably go with this build personally if this was my first time around. Definitely between this or the Righteous Fire, but this Righteous Fire is a little less engaging. It's a little bit more an AFK style, and this is a little bit more engaging. So depending on what type of gameplay you like, if you want to be engaged and press multiple buttons and do multiple things, this is definitely the way to go. And if you're more of a lean back, relax, just chill, don't do too much, then I would go with the Righteous Fire. But yeah, that's gonna be my top 3 picks for what I want, and then 2 lovely beginner builds for you guys who are new to the game. And hopefully you all enjoy, have a good league start, and we'll catch each other on league start, man. I hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.